I am tired. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm trying to be as open and transparent as possible. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be up right now.
Number 3 update, drum roll please.
I decided to do a half Ironman. So what that means is, let's see if you remember it.
It is a triathlon. So he does No, let me think.
Come on, you got it.
It's not a mile swim. It's 0.5. It's a mile and a half.
1.2.
1.2.
Mile swim.
Yep. 62.
56.
Bike ride.
Miles biking, yeah.
And then 13 miles, 13.1.
13.2.
13, dang it. 13.
Wait, no, 13.1.
I was about to say, I'm right about that. 13.1 run. So it's swim, bike, run, back to back. They cannot stop. Gotta keep going.
So my boy Curtis Cooper, most of, if not all of you know the Coopers, the Curly Coopers.
Really close friends of ours.
He calls me and Chad from Gabe and Babe.
Yep.
And they decided to do a half Ironman. They call me and they're like, hey bro, you're doing this with us. In fact, Curtis didn't ask. Curtis told me I was doing it with him.
Yes.
And I said, I have not run over 3 miles in my entire life. I hate running. I don't bike ever, haven't biked in 10 years, and I do not swim for pleasure.
No.
They said,
first of all,
give it a
Brian
day.
didn't run for pleasure until last year.
When she introduced me to running again.
Yes.
So I told him, you're crazy, you're insane, there's 0 chance that's happening. So I tell him, no, there's 0% chance that I'm ever doing this. And I come home and I'm like, babe, guess what Curtis just tried to get me to do? And she said,
I think you should do it.
and I started laughing. I was like, you're insane, you're crazy if you think I'm about to even try to do this.
I think he was more concerned of like the busyness of our life, me being pregnant, also just the time that I already spent with Aza and having to, extend that. And I'm just a full believer of like, if you feel that you're passionate about something and you want to push yourself, like gain some more mental strength and really do something that you feel is spiritually, mentally empowering for you, then we will work it out. This is something that is for you. We will figure it out because I truly am excited for Brian to do this. Like I already envision myself being like super pregnant, poster board up, like ready to cheer him on because I think this is such a cool thing that you're pushing yourself to do.
So Lexi took the time to ask me some questions about it, and what she made me realize in that conversation was that I'm a naturally athletic person. Like sports and stuff like that comes pretty easily to me, picking up things, but I have never ever pushed myself anywhere close to that level.
Yeah.
And she said, Brian, this is an opportunity for you to accomplish something that you think is virtually impossible for you to do. Like I know other people can do this craziness, but for me to do that, it seemed literally impossible for my body and my mind to be able to be capable of doing something like this. And she said this would be the first opportunity you've had that you would push past every limits and every barriers and learn so much and spiritually grow and mentally grow, physically grow because of it. And so I decided to do it, and it was for nobody else other than me. And it was honestly accepting a spiritual journey. Through this process of proving to myself that with God, I can truly do anything.
Good morning. You can't see me because it's really early. 6 in the morning and everybody else is asleep. Except me. I am tired. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I'm trying to be as open and transparent as possible. I'm exhausted. I don't want to be up right now. But I need to continue my training. Today is a run day. So while training has been hard, I've also been really proud of myself for breaking past a lot of limitations already and barriers that I never thought that I would get past just because I didn't want to or I didn't think I really could. So I'm already proud of where I'm at, and I gotta keep going. I'll get where I want to be.
I can't say that there's been a lot of times in my life that I've pushed myself to that level and breaking past my own limitations. So this was an opportunity to do that.
So it's been a sacrifice for all of us to just really support Brian. Mom and Dad, Cole have been super helpful of supporting us and supporting Brian. I've been trying to make sure that I'm able to watch Aza, because these trainings can go from like 1.5 hours to a 3-hour training
Every
day. Yeah, we're going to show you little clips of that, but even throughout, we're going to start vlogging that journey, because it is a strong journey, and seeing Brian's process of just choosing to walk in faith, choosing to let God be a part of that journey has been something interesting. So I'm excited for you guys to see that.
You gotta bring the toy, Ray, so we can tell them. Yeah, we gotta go fix it. Yep, grab it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yay!
Say, go, Daddy, go.
Thank you.
There it is. Get down there. Woo, come on, baby. Woo!
Woo-wee! That's deep. That's chest day right there.
It got real hype until she said what?
She said drop set. I said no.
I've been training loosely for 2 months and then hardcore for 1 month. This past month is when my hardcore training started.
Yeah.
So I have 3 more months of hardcore training. The race is in April, so we're excited. We got 3 more months.
I'm believing he is going to do it, y'all. I truly believe he's gonna,
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
At
you're
this
gonna
point,
finish
it's
it.
not even a question.
Yeah, you're gonna finish it.
But
yeah.
I think we'll spend some time later on and kind of go back through a lot of mental barriers that I've already overcome, because at this point it's a done deal in my mind. Like, it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm doing it, no questions. But to get to this point was a challenge.
Yeah, and also like choosing to bring God in it, because that's a whole conversation of like you doing it and just using your own strength versus actually bringing God into it.
Giving it to him.
Yeah, so showing that process and showing it more even in this season, I think it's gonna be cool.
Yeah. Last big update.
So the big update is that I wouldn't say it's nothing bigger than the rest of them, but I'll give it a big update.
Probably already guessed it.
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me, am I doing another home birth? For those of you that don't know, during the time where I had Aza, I did not want to have a home birth. I was honestly, not to say forced, but that was a last resort, considering everything that was going on in Michigan and the hospitals and all of that, to ensure that Brian would be able to come into the room and I was able to have a doula. Like, that was kind of my option. And it was a beautiful option, but because I didn't come from that world, in my mind, I wasn't assuming that I was going to continue to do a home birth. After I had my home birth, it was the most beautiful and transformative process, and spiritual experience, like all of that. It was absolutely amazing. And with this pregnancy, I am absolutely doing another home birth. And new is that I am not going through an OBGYN. I am solely working with a midwife.
And she's been incredible.
Yes.
It's the same midwife that we had the first baby. We had our power team. So we're sticking with the power team. Our doula, our midwife, and their teams were absolutely incredible every step of the way. So we're still working with them, and they've already been amazing. The great part about this time around is that we're not entering a midwife into the process 3 weeks before we give pregnancy, like labor, delivery. Like, we're 5 months, 6 months prior, and we're inserting them into this early stage so that they can be a part of seeing the health, the progress, the growth, and being able to give advice, feedback, and help you with that.
The good thing is that they work very intimately with me. versus the times that I went to see a doctor. You know, I would have a meeting for 15 minutes. When I would see our midwife, Heather, and I'll put all of their links below. When I would talk to Heather, it would be a solid 45 minutes before she leaves.
Yeah.
We're talking about diet. We're talking about what I'm doing during the day. We're talking about exercise. We're talking about water. We're just talking about a lot versus the times, at least from my experience, when I would go to the doctor. And I love doctors, by the way. I think that they are great, and I would not steer anybody away from that. But my experience was, it would be 15 minutes of talking, not even talking, maybe mainly asking, do I need anything? Like any questions? And I don't know my questions, so I didn't have any questions. And then they would check me and be totally fine.
That was it. It's like your doctor experience could be completely different than the one that we had.
Yes.
What are your questions? What would you like to know? And we're like, we don't know what we would like to know. This is our first child. The difference being Heather is educating us, and she's giving us questions to ask, and she's providing information, and she's asking us and grilling us honestly about all the different facets of her health and things that she needs to be thinking about right now, things that we would just not think about.
Yes.
So it's a very proactive relationship.
Seeing the way that she treats me versus how I was treated, like I just felt more comfortable. And I wouldn't even say comfortable. I am kind of stepping out of my comfort zone of not going to a doctor, but trusting my body more, trusting the process more. And I feel very comfortable with Heather. And I trust that she's taking the time to understand my body even in this season, just like she did before. But I'm excited about it. I think that it's great. I'm also learning a lot about, letting my body do the process. I'm working with the same lactation consultant, Jennifer Day. And my full midwife's name is Heather Robinson. I'll put all their links below for those that are in Michigan and interested in learning more. I'll put their links below.
This baby's getting real, y'all.
It is,
His
and
belly's getting bigger.
we are super, super excited. Yeah, I think that's all of our updates.
We appreciate you guys. We love you for being a part of the journey and giving us patience as we work through all of our busyness. We want to continue to update you. We want to have
Absolutely.
good conversation still, so more to come on that. We'll be
Yes.
posting more videos soon. And yeah, have a great weekend.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know all the comments of what you think of these updates. If you have any thoughts or advice or anything like that, we would love to hear it. We love you guys, and we will see you next video.
Bye.
Bye.